Check the comments.
The comments.
Comment.
Check the comments. There aren't any more.
Oh, really?
I mean, there's a lot of comments, but do you want to respond to just like comments?
Yeah, because they give you like specific questions.
I'm not in the mood for falling in love. How to understand that he wants to grow?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's fucking hard. That's a super difficult question. It is. It's a very difficult question.
Talk about yourself.
Talk about myself, how I know I want to grow.
Yeah, that will be the easiest part. Like how.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Talk about me? Of course. Would love to do that. I'm trying to think of like some other guy. No, me in general. How I know I'm ready to grow. I'm not happy. When I want to grow, and this is crazy shit, but like when I want to grow, I am not happy. This is terrible advice for the relationship because he's probably doing fine, right? But me, personally, right before I grow, like right before I make a really big move, I am stagnant. I am not generally myself. I am just sort of bleh. And all of a sudden I hit this place where it's like, okay, time to grow. And then off to the races. And then I grow, and then eventually I stop growing. And I do the same shit. And I just kind of like, I don't know. I think I'm happy where I'm at. And men do that. We do that. We get complacent. We find something that we like, and we just sort of stay there. That's us. We're like that. Women, you know that. Like, we find something we like, and we're like a goldfish. No matter how much you feed a goldfish the same food, it will eat as much as you give it. And it will love it. And it will continue to eat it until it gets so fat that it dies. Like, that's us. We find one thing we like, and we will do it over and over and over again until we die. Or we don't like it, right? So finding that time to grow, like knowing he's ready to grow, there's some different signs that will probably happen. The first one I gave you is a horrible metric for figuring out if he's ready to grow, because the same thing happens when he's ready to leave. So it's like, which one is it? And how do you tell which one it is? I would say that if it's the one that he wants to grow, it would be he's still engaging with you. He's constantly engaging with you as much as he can. It might be a little less than before, but he's not going out with his friends. He doesn't have that like extra energy to go do things away from you. He's just doing things that aren't away from you. So if he seems somewhat depressed in the relationship, but he's not making active moves away from the relationship, that's a really good sign that he's ready to grow. Because if he stays in that place much longer, he will probably leave, or he'll identify his unhappiness with the relationship when it probably really doesn't have anything to do with the relationship. It just has to do with him being him and being in this place right before he's supposed to grow. So that goes back to change the routine. Sometimes, we're I said it before, like, we're like dogs. You got to train us sometimes. And that doesn't mean that you're taking responsibility for us growing, but it's also in a relationship, sometimes you got to give the other person a little bit of a kick in the direction of the healthy things, because it's good for them and it's good for you and it's good for the relationship. So realizing when that's happening, when he's not really, it's not that he's unhappy. He's just not really doing much. He's just kind of hanging around. He's taking you and the relationship for granted. To me, that is a huge sign that it's not that he's ready to grow, but it's time. And given the amount of time he's been in that place, he's ready to grow. Like, he is ready to grow if he's been in it long enough. But that's when we go, okay, hey, we're gonna go out. We're gonna go do this. We're gonna, talk about something different. We're not gonna talk about why are you feeling so shitty? Why are you acting so different? Why are you not, engaging with me and happy? And why don't you seem happy? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? I fucking hate that question when I'm in that place, because it's like, I'm not really thinking anything. I'm thinking that I'm not, nothing. Nothing comes to mind because I'm not really thinking anything. I'm just found this really amazing place with you, and then I have ran it out because I didn't continue doing things. I didn't continue growing in the relationship. I just thought that this is what it was and this is as good as it gets. And I loved it. It was amazing. But then it starts to not be as great as it was. And then I just kind of like get a little like, well, it's not as great as it used to be. And that's when the other partner steps in and says, we need to do new shit. We need to get out of the house. We need to go do something different. Some people have kids. Not a great fucking idea when you're in that place. That's not a great growing fucking thing, right? Is that funny? Like, to me, not a good decision. But kids are great. Kids are great, okay? Just disclaimer, kids are great. But when we're in that place, when one of us is in that place where we're just kind of like not really unhappy with the relationship, but feels like we're not doing much for the relationship, but we're not also doing anything to leave the relationship. That's the time when they're ready to grow. That's the time when any other partner's ready to grow. That's like the time that my partner's ready to grow, and that would be the time that I'm ready to grow. Get out of the house. Go do something different. Come up with new ideas. Have like a boring game night or something. I don't know what you're into, but like do something. Go skydiving. Holy shit. Great aphrodisiac. You will have the best sex of your fucking life for like a week after that. That'll get him to grow. So it's not the growing we're talking about, but yes, okay. But other things, new experiences between the two of you, and you will grow because of that. But sometimes we have to be, as a partner, as a loving person, we have to take an initiative and realize that this person, it's not that they're unhappy, it's just that they don't know what to do. They don't know how to make the relationship grow. So if they're not actively leaving the relationship and doing things to leave, and they don't have that like positive energy away from the relationship, and they have not a negative energy but just sort of a down energy, and they're not really doing much, that's usually the sign that they're ready to grow. And that's up to the partner sometimes to kick them in the butt and be like, let's go do something. So yeah, that's the best answer I can come up with on that. So thank you for that comment. I really appreciate it. It was a great question.
See? It was easy.
That was not easy. That was fucking hard. You don't even know the mental gymnastics that just went on right now.
Jamming, huh?
Yeah, I'm like fuck. I don't know.
The most easiest part when you